protein margarita, protein Dubai chocolate bar, protein caramel cookie collaboration, protein peptide infused hot honey lip mask, protein lip gloss, eyelash curler, protein lip gloss, protein shake, protein frappuccino, protein. There's a protein plus propaganda being pushed. What is that exactly about? Why does everything have extra protein in it?
It has gone too far.
So from what you've seen from the videos I provided, we are in protein mania right now on social media. If you look left, you look right, you have people online talking about protein being in everything, from people joking about it being in lip gloss, water, to popcorn, snacks. Everyday food items are now being marketed by its protein count because that is what's trending currently. And I think my audience that would benefit from hearing this project or reading my essay would be young adults who are in their early 20s, maybe like 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, 24, 25, where they are, following meal plans and are trying to find the best path that is nutrient to their health and they get the nutrients that they need. Because, somebody's not cooking for them anymore. They have to be responsible for making sure they're on top of their health. So I would want my audience, young adults, to listen to this and understand that brands are the ones that capitalize off this. They're the ones that capitalize on marketing their products by what's trending. And I think our job as consumers is to just make sure that we're not just buying things because they're being shoved in our face. They're actually doing research on the product and we're actually doing background on it and actually making sure that the health benefits that it say that it provides, they actually do provide, and everything like that. Because an article that I read, Harvard T.H. Chan, the protein is important, but we're eating too much, experts say, because we're actually supposed to consume about 0.8 grams of protein per body weight per day. So a lot of us are actually over-consuming protein, and if you are to over-consume protein, it is suggested that plant-based protein is more better than animal-based protein. The article states plant-based protein, plant proteins are healthier because they contain more unsaturated fats, fiber, and healthy phytochemicals such as flavonoids. So it is more better to look at plant protein over animal protein if you are going to protein overload. It is suggested that to follow that one first. And I think that's something that isn't necessarily marketed as much, like to young adults. That's actually educational and factual, as much as just like, oh, this is protein, we need more information. Like, can we get more information? So I think that's just one thing, instead of just being marketed the next hot thing. Another article titled Sponsored Content as an Epidemic Market Object, published by the American Marketing Association, talks about the relationship between brands, companies, influencers, and then consumers, and how these brands work with these influencers and they measure the view count, they measure the return on ad spending, they measure the repost, and they measure how much their product is getting talked about by the general population. And again, broke brands and stuff look out for themselves. So I think it is our job as consumers to look out for ourselves as well. The article says brands determine the value of sponsored content based on return on investment. They rely on metrics, view counts, return on ad spending, and reposts. The brands also, these metrics aim to measure the value of audience behavior that benefits the brand. So that essentially means that it's all about them. Like, they are working for themselves. They are making sure that they are making as much money as they can, so they are looking out for themselves. And I'm not saying that these protein, it doesn't have health benefits, because it does, and we do need our protein. I myself am eating protein and looking for it as well. I just want to be cautious as well, and I'm not perfect sometimes. I am easily influenced as well. As somebody who is online a lot, like, I feel like our generation, younger people are like chronically online. A lot of people call us, so always online, always scrolling, addicted to our phones. So we are always being sold something. 3 scrolls, you can't go without being marketed something. And that's just not young adults, that's everybody from different ages as well. But I think that young adults, they probably start the trends a little bit more, and so then brands follow the trends, and then brands start marketing their products according to the trends. For example, Subway, I think it is, they have this protein pocket, right? But you think if protein wasn't trending, they wouldn't call it what it really is, which is a chicken wrap. But instead, since protein is currently what is the hot popping, trending thing that everybody needs to be trying or doing. Like, same thing with Pilates as well. That's another example. Pilates is being marketed so much more and everything like that. But since these are so hot and trending, and new brands know that drives consumers in, and consumers bring money. So brands are going to capitalize off that, as that's just what we live in, like the society we live in. And again, our job as consumers is to just be wary of that. So yes, another article by Fact MR titled "Acidified Whey Protein Market to Grow More Than 2 Times as Consumption of Protein-Rich Diet Surges" talks about the trend of the Greek yogurt trend, which I did not like. I do not like Greek yogurt. It's not very good, but it's something that is beneficial to our health. And a lot of people are like forcing, especially young people, are forcing themselves to eat Greek yogurt to get that healthiness into them, like to actually get that nutrients. And it's something that's trending right now. But you know, this isn't only trending in America, it's trending all across the world, and it's growing more in like South Asian and East Asian food markets. But I think this report highlights that talks about, hence, increasing consumption of Greek yogurt, especially across the US, is expected to create conducive environment for key players, essentially meaning that, you know, these key players will benefit for consumers buying their products and stuff, and they benefit from these trends. And the market is just more expected to grow and become bigger, and more food trends I'm expecting as well. Hopefully the next food trend we get is fiber, because we do need fiber. I need to work on that myself as well. Like I said, I'm not somebody who is, you know, immune to the trends. I do follow them myself as well. I just really try my hardest to be cautious and to be wary, and I think everybody should as well. I think that we should just be, you know, very vigilant, and we actually do our research ourselves instead of just being sold products at face value. Do a little deeper dive, if you will. Okay, have a great one. Thank you. Bye bye.